man. So that's
Yes.
pretty.
Especially that jab, that Larry Holmes jab.
That's what I told him earlier. I talked to
For sure.
Mauricio earlier. I said the jab looked like a Larry Holmes
Uh-huh.
jab.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you see
Snapped.
Lil Holmes that, and see how he pops that thing. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
why
yeah,
any fighters doing that.
yeah. No, no one
punch
does
like
it.
that. I mean,
A lot of people paw with the
look
jab just
at
to learn.
him
Oh,
snap that jet out there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
De La Hoya did it a lot in his career and had success. Later he abandoned it, but when he had that jab, nobody could get at him.
yeah, yeah. It's the hardest weapon to get around, especially when, like you said, when it's stiff and quick.
Most important punch in the
Yep.
sport
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
all day.
absolutely. All right, Mauricio. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the interview with you. You have any closing thoughts? You want to say anything to the fans? Give out your Twitters and social medias or any of that
Yeah,
kind of stuff?
just want to say thanks for all the support. I'm trying to read everybody's comments, everybody that messages me on Facebook. I'm at Mauricio Herrera. Follow me at Twitter at Maestro1. Instagram Mauricio Herrera 359. Trying to answer all the messages I can. I thank you all for the support.
For
Thank you
sure.
for all the interviews. And you'll see me again.
All right, man. Hey, well, like I said, I really appreciate your time and the interview. And when you come out to Vegas, I want to see that Canelo sparring footage, man.
Oh yeah, I'll show you. I have it in my
Anything.
phone. I
All
didn't
right.
want
For
to throw
sure.
it out there like that, but I'll show you directly.
That's what it
Okay,
is.
the first number, the first number.
Thanks a lot, champ.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
All
Take
right,
care, Mauricio.
Can't wait to see you back in the
all right.
ring,
See
bro.
you guys anytime.
You got it.
All right, take care. All right, guys, that was Mauricio Herrera. We're going to go ahead and get into some boxing news, some of the fights that took place this past weekend. And I'm going to get my boy on the line right now, 78 Sports TV. He'll be on the line right now. We're trying to get him on right now. So anyway, let me go ahead and get started with my man, Norin. Norin, let's go ahead and talk about this Deontay Wilder fight, man, over Malik
Malik
Scott.
Scott.
What did you think, man?
Well, when you got a round, when the fight only goes one round, how much is it really to analyze? But I mean, there's a lot of power there.
Yeah.
We're dealing with a guy, Deontay Wilder with a lot of power. I mean, that's pretty much evident. I guess I think it's safe to say, if he catches you clean, nobody in the heavyweight division right now is safe from the power. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
But again, if a guy's in there and he finds a way to neutralize the power, which we all know is capable of being done, then we got to see what else Deontay has as far as the skills besides the power. What else does he have in the bag?
exactly, exactly.
So great display, great knockout. Big up to Deontay. I just want to see more and see what else he got to offer.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give my assessment on that too. But
Hmm.
first, let me go ahead and introduce Mr. 78 Sports TV on the phone with us. You there, 78?
Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? What's going on? Good to hear from you, man. Hey, like I said, we was just talking. We was just talking about the Deontay Wilder fight. I'm over here with my man Norin Radical, and
What's up, brother?
he just said what's up to you, 78. But anyway,
Hey, what's going on, brother?
How you feeling?
yeah. Hey, so tell me, what you think about that fight, Deontay Wilder against Malik Scott? What you think about Deontay Wilder in a whole?
You said, repeat that. What did I think about Deontay Wilder and who?
Yeah, what do you think about his knockout over Malik Scott, and what do you think about Wilder in general?
Man, I've been trying to tell anybody who listen, man, Deontay Wilder is the next American heavyweight champion of the world. First, the Malik Scott situation. I know there's a lot of controversy. People thinking that, the punch land, whatever, but watch it in slow motion. The punch did land, but the bottom line is, even if Malik Scott wasn't as hurt as he portrayed, that shouldn't be Deontay Wilder shouldn't be held responsible for that. That's a testament to Malik Scott's cowardice. You know what I mean? You can't if he got hit and felt some power that he didn't want to take any more of. I mean, it's easy for people to be Monday morning quarterbacks and say, well, he should have got up and continued to fight, but maybe that man wanted to, keep his face looking good so he can go have a good time and party afterwards.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get back up and deal with that. Some
Yeah.
people would rather quit than get beat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he didn't want to spend that whole check
I
on
think
medical bills.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
right,
Go ahead.
right. But yeah, I think Wilder definitely is the next heavyweight champion of the world. I don't see Chris Arreola or Romain Stavern having anything that's going to give him any problems. Both of them are too stationary, in my opinion. I think his biggest fight is going to be against guys like Vladimir and Tyson Fury.
You think those are the most competitive for Wilder?
Yeah, those are big guys around his height. And I think definitely Klitschko, because Klitschko can box. You know, he's a good boxer. He knows how to grapple on the inside. And Wilder hasn't shown yet that he can deal with somebody holding him. We don't know if he's going to get frustrated or whatever, so that's going to be an interesting matchup between him and Vladimir. But the other guys, I think there's a new era of terror. You know, I see Deontay Wilder getting about 40 knockouts before somebody takes him the distance.
Yeah, you know what, man, and like I said, to me, it's pros and cons when it comes to Wilder. I still want to see him. I want to see how he gonna react when someone gets past that right hand. Because right now everyone is afraid of that right hand, and like I said, when I was saying in my earlier video, when he fought against Lakovic, Lakovic kind of backed him up a little bit with the jab, and I didn't really like the way Wilder backed up. He didn't really look comfortable to me, so I just want to see how he's going to look when he gets a guy that gets past that right hand. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but I think more clever fighters, they're going to be able to neutralize that right hand, and I want to see if Wilder is going to be able to adjust. But yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, let me ask you this, 78, because I think I heard you saying something pertaining to a resurgence of the heavyweight division. You're kind of breaking up, but do you kind of see that? I mean, obviously things are heating up in the heavyweight division. Finally, like you said, we got Arreola Stavern 2 coming up. Yeah, where do you see the heavyweight division going, from here? Like you said, Vitali's gone, Vladimir's still trying to hold it down for now, but, we know he's on his way out eventually, whether he bows out gracefully or he's going out by force. So, are you seeing a resurgence in the heavyweights? And, again, with guys like Deontay Wilder, Brian Jennings, the upcoming fight with Arreola and Stavern, are we seeing a resurrection of the American heavyweight?
I think so. I think that the American heavyweight is back. Deontay Wilder, Brian Jennings, and I think that right now, also got to look at the time that Floyd Mayweather is about to retire. All right, and
good point.
Once he retires, that will go back to the heavyweight division. All right, this is like the first time in boxing history that I can remember where the money was not in the heavyweight division, and it's in welterweight. And once Floyd retires, that attention is going to go right back to the big guys at heavyweight, and Deontay Wilder, I think, will be the king sitting on top of that mountain. I think Brian Jennings is a hell of a fighter. This is a guy who actually displays a lot of skills, and he fights like a middleweight or something, in a heavyweight body. So I think he'll be trouble for anybody. But definitely, I think Deontay Wilder they got to beat. I would like to see Wilder work more, putting punches together, because Deontay said Wilder's right hand, nobody's been able to get past that right hand. But I think Wilder needs to become a jab-dominant fighter and put a left hook behind that right hand, and he'll put everybody away.
I agree. It's funny. It's like when I'm talking to my son when he's boxing, I'm like, once you understand how important that jab is, see, now you're just throwing it because we're telling you to throw it. But once you realize how important it is and how significant it is, these fights are going to be way easier for you. And I think that's the same situation with Deontay Wilder. If he start using that jab like the Klitschko's, it's going to be real hard for people to deal with him. So yeah, man. So let me ask. You want to say something on that, 78?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so what you think about Fury versus Chisora, the rematch, man?
I think Tyson Fury gets rid of him pretty early, unless Chisora comes in there and, I hate to say lucky, but because I don't really think it's a lot of luck involved in boxing, but I'm going to use that word for argument's sake. Unless Chisora gets lucky, I don't see him beating Tyson Fury. Fury's confident right now. He's looking at Chisora as a joke, and I think he beats him again.
Okay, what you think about that, Norin?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm trying to say something that he didn't that 78 just didn't say.
Yeah, because there's really not a whole lot to say about that fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In-depth analysis. I'm gonna go with Fury.
Yeah, you're gonna go with Fury. Yeah,
over Derek Chisora.
I'm gonna go with Fury too, but I'm gonna go up to the casino and I'm gonna put about 30 to $50, just some chump change, because
hedge up.
Because Chisora is a hell of an underdog, so I'll throw some peanuts on that,
you never can.
And hopefully he'll sneeze and get
get
caught at the same time. Fury,
slap some sense in the Fury, like he slapped Klitschko.
Yeah. And we was just talking about Bermane Stavern against Areola. I think Bermane, he gonna do another job on Areola, maybe even knock him out this time. What you think, 78?
Yeah, I got Bermane Stavern winning that fight. Chris Areola has taken a lot of punishment over years, and I think Bermane Stavern is hungry. But I tell you what, I don't think he won't want to fight Deontay Wilder. So we might see a situation in the ring where you get this the first fight with neither guy want to win.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well.
I hear you. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Al Heyman. They say this man is the most powerful man in the sport of boxing right now. He just signed Rances Barthélemy. And now, since he signed him, now finally the Mendez fight is already being talked about for. I think it's going to be it's targeted for June on Showtime. What you think about what you think about that fight? And also, I'm gonna just jump into it since we only got 5 minutes. Do you think that Rigo, it would be wise for him to possibly sign with Al Heyman, or who you think he should sign with?
Well, I'm going to answer the Rigo situation, but Bartholomew, I don't want to really deal with that yet because I'm working on something behind the scenes, and I don't want to say nothing that maybe I shouldn't.
Okay.
But, the Rigo situation, I think he definitely should sign with Al Heyman. I think that he should fight his contract out with Ty Rank, leave Ty Rank right away, because never in the history of boxing that I can remember, a promoter, your job is to promote a fighter, not to
Demote,
down talk your. So demote him. So I don't understand, why they're doing this to Rigo now. They haven't been putting this guy in Florida, where it's a big Cuban base. It's like they keep putting him in situations to look bad and to fail, and I don't understand why.
Exactly.
So if I was Rigo now, I'll definitely get out of there so he can get the credit he deserves. He needs to be over there with Golden Boy, in my opinion. He can fight Leo Santa Cruz. He can fight Abner Mares.
Yeah.
Some more fights for him.
And they won't have no more excuses of ducking him. They'll be forced to pretty much fight him if he goes with Golden Boy. Yeah, and just to elaborate just real quick on that, I was just getting irritated reading an article that Bob Arum he did about a couple weeks ago, basically saying that Rigo will never be a star no matter what. I mean, the man, he goes from saying after Rigo fights Donaire, he goes from basically saying he needs to fight like this, he needs to fight like that if he wants to be a star. Now he just completely saying he ain't gonna never be a star. So it's like just completely setting him up for failure. And HBO did the same thing. Like I said, putting him up in a main event right up against Showtime's biggest card, or one of their biggest cards of the year. Just so they could turn back around and say, see, we told you he wasn't worth promoting, or, he don't deserve to be on HBO. So, but like I always say, man, as long as you keep winning, eventually, you'll be the last one laughing. Look, they trying to make Lomachenko, the new hope. They tried to replace Lomachenko, as far as I'm concerned, over Guillermo Rigo, and look how that turned out. Now Rigo is still winning, and Lomachenko, he done lost again, or lost for the first time already. So
yeah.